introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Tigers.
Set to kick off.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang. But it's second down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Patty. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And 1.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other.
And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown.
Noah Fant. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
You got to figure it out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's good.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away from the 10. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
By Whitney Merciless.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
He's brought down.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the booth.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jayon Brown in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Petty going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Petty now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Broncos 10, Tigers 7.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A first down carry for Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37.
And the 37.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Henry, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
TJ.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, it's Henry, and he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 24. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because Just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From the gun, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It's big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, it's Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The kick by Maher is good, and that will knot us up at 10. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This time Jackson will throw it. And this is caught at the 8. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And his guys are going to take the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
45-yard line.
Derrick Henry. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Petty, and that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. 3rd down here.
It's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll go up top here for Hamler, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that, man. One play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to run really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there, with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Now McManus for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Tigers 24, Broncos 17.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That means they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 12. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, he'll air this one deep.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Jerry Jeudy.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Again, it's Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
to throw again. Jackson. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On third down, Jackson finds his tight end Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And the busy night for Henry continues. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
The tackle made by Monte Nicholson. 10 yards on the pickup.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On the option, it's Jackson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from a yard out. And his guys are going to take the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Petty.
That's caught left side by Judy.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now a shotgun snap as he'll look to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game 31-31. Brandon McManus to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Quarterback taken down and sacked. The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. 41's the mic. Watch the back.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. Lucky.
Here's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Oh, with a juke. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 37-yard line.
Petty now. Over the middle, complete. It's Freeman. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
On the play.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now it's Freeman. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Powers through. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Jackson to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Now Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
1-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Broncos.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the home team here, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.